This video will help you code and synthesize the notes you are taking on the resources you are collecting for your project. As you search resources, be sure you are being careful to search with your topic in mind and that you are searching with a specific purpose. Throughout this video, I will be using one sample as I guide you through this process. I encourage you to stop the video at parts where you need to read more carefully or need to take extra time understanding. There is a lot of information here. So for the example in this video, the sample topic is engaging in teacher research. The topic will remain the same. The sample purpose for this example is to explore how, if, what ways teachers change practice based on the research they do in their classrooms. Now, even though the topic does not change, the purpose for a resource search may. This just happens to be the purpose for this particular search. Perhaps another time the purpose will change based on new information I have learned, but the topic, engaging in teacher research, remains the same. Let's say I found 3 articles based on this search, and you will have all 3 of these articles, by the way. These are 3 very different types of teacher research that was useful for my purpose. After finding articles, you need to take notes. Here are the notes I have taken from all 3 of these articles, and you can see that sometimes I have written direct quotes. You want to pull quotes that you think are important for your topic. You need to decide how best to take notes. Short and incomplete sentences is what works best for me. You may need longer sentences. Here's a tip. Always write the proper APA right at the top of your notes. That way you have it there and you don't have to go digging for it later. Now, you want to code the notes you have taken. I read a tip of writing the code for the actual article that can help. Give it an abbreviation right when you begin. Here I just use the author's last name. Coding just means looking for similarities, patterns, commonalities among the notes you took. Look through all of your notes and look for common words, similar ideas, connections between what you have read. Make a list of these connections. Here you can see my list from all 3 articles I read. These are the common threads I found between all or between 2 of the articles. Then the actual coding part. Give each category a code, an abbreviation. Sometimes I have used color dots, highlighters in the past, whatever you want to use, just as long as you create a marking for each category that you've created. Then you want to assign the codes to your notes. You'll notice that some of my notes don't have a code. That's because they didn't fall into any of the categories. Don't force your notes to be in a category if they don't. Not all of your notes will be relevant. Perhaps, for example, when I read for a different purpose later on, some of these notes will fall into a new category I have coded. That is why it is important to save all of your notes and to continue to look at them. Brenda, one of the authors of your book, calls this cooking your notes, letting them sit and marinate for a while before you put them away for good. Sometimes an inspiration or an idea will surface at the right time. So after you have coded all of your notes, it's time to put them together into groups. Here I'm going to put all of the notes coded into the category confidence in beliefs and sharing those beliefs. That was one of my categories. I just happen to have something from each author in this category. That doesn't always happen, and that's fine. All right, so now for the important part. You want to figure out a way to take all of these notes and synthesize what they say. That doesn't mean that you write a summary. You don't just restate the same words. That means you synthesize. You merge all of this into one cohesive statement. A good way to synthesize is to write just one declarative sentence or a statement from all of those coded notes into one category. Here is my synthesized sentence. You can see that it is strong, a synthesis of all of my notes, and it is written in my own words. Here's another tip. Add the article code you made, plus if you want the date. Now, you want to use that sentence that you just synthesized to write a paragraph. The important element to all of your writing is that you connect the theory you have read to the topic you are studying to your own experience, all the while keeping your writing clear, concise, and cohesive. Here is an example paragraph based on my coded notes from the category Confidence in Beliefs and Sharing Those Beliefs. Notice that my opening sentence is the synthesized sentence that I just wrote. This time, be sure to add the proper APA throughout the entire paragraph. Some people like to take notes and wait until the end to code. Some like to code and synthesize along the way during the project. Whichever you decide to do is fine, but following these steps as you continue to search the literature should help you code your notes, synthesize the notes you coded, and write clear, concise, and cohesive synthesized paragraphs that relate to your topic.